Welcome Aquarius, my name is Emilio. This is a general and collective reading, so just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Thank you, I appreciate you. I'm gonna lay out the spread and then I'll explain and clarify. So, in the past we have Two of Cups. Two of Cups usually speak about some kind of union between and some kind of emotional relationship that could be friends, family, or even some kind of other relation. Two is the number of polarity. And cups. So yeah, it could relate to anything from friendship. It can also signify passion, a joyful connection, cooperation, some kind of union, and the focus of love consciousness. That's in the past. I'll read the wheel and then I'll clarify the past. The wheel usually speaks about some kind of shift, like getting into a new season with new opportunities. The wheel is about the shift of luck. So yeah, change of fate, destiny, and a lucky break, cycling up those karmic lessons, the chaos of creation, a turning point, and serendipity. And let's clarify the past. So for Two of Cups, we have the Death card. The Death card usually speaks about an ending, but not only an ending because an ending is not only an ending in itself, it's also a new beginning. But it's an ending in this relation of whatever relation we're talking about, if it's a friendship or family or love. But it's shifting now. Let's clarify the wheel. So shifting into this is obviously in the past, but from the past to now, shifting forward, you have Six of Pentacles, which is about equal give and take. It's also about realizing that sometimes being able to help others in need is satisfying. Not because of satisfying the ego, but just because of wanting to be able to give, not because wanting to think greatly about oneself, but because one wants to share. And in the present you have the Strength card. The Strength card is about inner strength. It's about standing in one's inner strength. Let's read a little more on that. So we have courage, calmness, quiet strength, influence, grateful leadership, gifted healer, purity of thought and heart, spiritual matters, compassion, sometimes lost or animal instincts. So it's about standing in one's own strength, being courageous, being brave, and it's kind of an energy of standing one ground, but in an authentic, both inspiring, but that's not the point. It's courageous and hopeful, not hopeful, but it's self-confident. It screams self-confidence, definitely. Let's clarify the Strength card. This star. So this star is about shining, and sometimes it's about both light and dark. So we have, with the star, we have some kind of wishes granted, expectations fulfilled, opportunities, healing after traumatic events, knowing you are on the right path, inspiration and renewed hope. That fits perfectly with that Strength card. It is unbelievable almost. Not really, but it's really, I'm just like, whoa. King of Pentacles to the Three of Wands. So the Three of Wands is an energy of waiting for the results of the seeds we have planted to come in, and these results is mental health and wealth and just physical health. It's about being stable and having a healthy mindset. And with the King of Pentacles, we have overflowing material abundance, patience and determination and confidence, a warm leader, providing for others, comfort and security, personal growth, goals reached, prosperity and success. So yeah, you're waiting for those results from the seeds you have sown to come in, and that is both financial abundance, it is health, it is general wealth and mental health, mental wellness. And in the future we have the hangman. The hangman is about taking a step back, changing one perspective. So we have clarifying the hangman here. We have 7 of Wands and 2 of Swords. So what this says to me is that you guys have needed to defend yourself in the past, and it at least it felt like that, but I think we've all needed to defend ourselves, or at least felt like that, because we felt attacked and bound in illusion, fear and worries. 2 of Swords speaks about being blind to illusions, worry, fear. The Swords is about the intellectual, the mental. 2 is about duality. So that is, there's not much another card that says mental conflict more than 2 of Swords. So this is about feeling attacked from the outside world and feeling blind by illusions, feeling inner conflict. And what I see here with the 10 of Wands is that the 10 of Wands stands for letting go of old burdens, lighting the load, only carrying on what you need in this next phase of your life. Let's clarify 10 of Wands. So with the 10 of Wands we have 4 of Swords. 4 of Swords is about, 4 is about balance, Swords is about the intellectual, the mental. So maybe this is about taking a step back, taking a peaceful break, like a short holiday, or at least some time for reflection and introspection, some time some time with stillness in the mind, some time where one is just being, sitting down or laying down or whatever, however you guys wanna position yourself, and just take a distance from the mental clutter and Seven of Wands and 2 of Swords to me says inner and outer. This is outer conflict and this is inner conflict. It's not literally outer conflict, but it's outer conflict where where you feel like you need to stand your ground. You feel like you need to protect yourself. It feels like others are out to get you. And with the 2 of Swords, that is the inner conflict that brings. But taking a step back, changing one perspective, changing the angle that one looks at the subject will ultimately change the perspective. And letting go of old burdens. I wanna read a little more about 10 of Wands. taking on too much, an opportunity to free yourself from heavy burdens, obligations, and finding yourself close to a successful outcome. The need to prioritize a message to keep going. So you're almost, 10 is about completion. 10 is about the ending of a season and the starting of a new one. And once is about passion, it's about motivation, it's about confidence, it's about being secure in oneself. But this is about letting go of the burdens and keep moving on, but still taking a step back to let those burdens go. Taking a step back in stillness, mental stillness, and maybe some breathing exercises, maybe some affirmations, some meditations if you guys are into that. But definitely take a step back and definitely change your perspective and take some quiet alone time, even alone from your own mind, where you just find something that can. There are both just affirmations and meditations and breathing exercises are, though those exercises are very, very, very useful for quieting the mind, and that is about Four of Swords, that's about clarity, that's about taking a step back and being in contemplation and reflection. Just gonna look up if there is anything more I want to say about Four of Swords. A time to rest, transmutation of shadows, healing from burnout, taking a brief holiday from your reality, renewal and self-love. So yeah, be very kind and understanding to yourself, because you've been probably been through a lot, and in the present you are very strong and waiting for your abundance and all your miracles to come in. And you've been facing, and maybe in the future you'll feel like there will be some conflict, but you don't even need to interfere or respond to that. Just realize that conflict is only coming from the beholder of the conflict. The conflict is coming from the one starting the conflict. And it's never about any other person than the conflict starter. So I want to give a very, very, very wise and smart advice that I've used a lot. Whenever I get like angry, I feel disrespected or anything, that other people, they treat me like less. They treat me like I'm worthless. I'm not even gonna respond to that, because that says something about me, and what they do is not gonna influence me, because it has nothing to do with me. It has everything to do with themselves. So if you can realize that people seeking conflict is only seeking conflict because they have conflict inside themselves that they cannot stand, and they need a reason to feel that conflict. They need a reason to blame that conflict onto another, so that they don't have to justify that feeling. And they often they don't even know, they don't even realize that feeling. They're not even capable of understanding what they are actually doing, or even anything. They're blinded by their own illusions. So take it with a grain of salt. Don't take liars' bullshit seriously, because liars believe their own lies. They're only gonna deceive you if you believe them too. Don't believe in liars, and don't take other people's opinion seriously, in that sense that if it makes sense to you, and if it sounds logically, and if it has any value, if it's ethical. But refrain from the conflict. I don't say avoid it, of course, be authentic, say what you feel. If that's useful, if that is gonna either help, or if you need to say what you feel, of course you have the right to say what you feel, and the right to say what you expect others to, how you expect others to respect you, and how you expect others to treat you. Because how we expect others to treat us is how they are going to treat us. And in your challenge, you have Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles is about finding stability in health, financials. Maybe it's about finding stability in one's living situation where one lives. It can be about it's stability in the materials. So it's about financials. Maybe it's definitely about health and wealth, because that we had that here. So maybe it's a challenge to find stability and balance, knowing that maybe it's tight right now. Maybe right now we only have absolutely the least of what we need, but at least we lack nothing. At least we have enough to get by. Maybe sometimes it feels like we don't even have all that we want, but it's about getting the best out of what we have, not getting all what we want. And in your obstacle, we also have the Hermit. The Hermit is about hermiting. That's about taking alone time, being alone. Is also where one needs to be to find wisdom. Maybe you are in an isolation state, or either you should go into some kind of, not permanently, but just for the time being, while you are balancing your financial and health situation. I don't mean that isolating yourself over the holidays. That wouldn't be healthy, unless of course that it's a situation where you know you're only gonna get taken advantage of. That is your own judgment to make. I'll never tell anyone what to do, but I'll tell them my perspective. So the Hermit is about inner reflection, meditation and contemplation, soul searching, inner wisdom, spiritual mentor, finding your guide within, taking time away from the chaos and of a busy life, and hermiting. So yeah, you have all the wisdom inside you that you need, and taking a step back and kinda taking some alone time. I don't want to say isolating oneself, because that can very fast take turn for the worst sometimes. But definitely get some alone time, and of course remember the holidays if you got something planned. And we have in your solution, we have Four of Cups. Four of Cups is about feeling disappointed. It's about being in feeling, or it's usually about missed opportunities for abundance. Maybe it's about letting this yeah, it's definitely about that. It's about letting this go, this death and rebirth, this ending and new beginning, this Two of Cups situation that you've had in the past. That is what you are dissatisfied with, and maybe you'll feel like it was a missed opportunities of abundance, but you have abundance coming in. You're waiting for all your abundance, and it is coming in. Right now, your challenge is to be stable and be in balance with, and not worrying, not fearing, trusting that you have everything you need and the universe will provide everything you need, even though it seems like you don't have everything you need right now. Of course, be honest about it, but yeah, it feels like it's about frustration and some kind of, it's definitely frustration and boredom and being, maybe not appreciating what you have right now, and some kind of introspection about emotional stability, which leads to boredom. So right now your solution will be to stop giving your own mental energy away. It will be to, your solution right now will be to focus on the good that you already have, being grateful for all the abundance, all the all all the health and financial wealth and all the good that you already have in your life. Being grateful for that and appreciating that will automatically shifting your perspective from a mindset to an abundance mindset, and it will definitely help you get out of that focusing on the bad instead of the good, because what we focus on we manifest. What we lay our mental energy into, we automatically open ourselves up to. Of course, the universe has some influence, but it has to respect one's own free choice. So let's clarify a little more. Let's clarify the obstacles or challenges. So for Four of Pentacles, we have Nine of Wands. That's also a feeling of needing to protect oneself. Nine is about almost and beginning and beginning, a beginning, or I don't mean beginning, I mean the ending. Sorry. Nine of Wands is about an ending. It's about determination, resilience, defiance, and a last defense. Keep pushing through, because Nine of Wands, you gotta be determination to, gotta have determination. You gotta be resilient. You gotta keep going the last push, because you're almost there. The final push, excitement for what's to come, finding motivation in the face of difficulties. So focus on what's going well and focus on what could go well. Focus on that things are gonna go well. Because until now, maybe something has fallen out of your life, but whatever falls out of your life is actually never meant to stay. It's only temporary, and changes is it's like the state of life. It's always changing. So sometimes we need to accept what is no more and let go of the past. Sometimes it can be very hard, because sometimes we will have to accept some feelings or some illusions or something, some beliefs that we've told ourselves, some imaginations, some dreams maybe. And I definitely get that with the Four of Cups, that it's very much feeling discouraged, but you don't have to be. It's actually going to turn out good for you. You're gonna get all the abundance and the health that you need, and you should focus on not mm, you should not wait for it, because outside situation and outside things that achievements aren't that satisfying when we chase them, and sometimes when we feel devastated, we just need to be in that. Sometimes we need to let ourselves feel something that might feel heavy, to be able to feel lighter after that. I know what it feels like. I do that all the time. I keep doing my affirmations, meditations, and spiritual practices, so I know what I'm talking about. Let's clarify the Hermit. So yeah, take a distance, take some alone time, take some distance from all the toxicity that is going on, because that is a challenge. The challenge is the outside conflict. Take a step back, take some introspection and some alone time, some reflection away from that, and let's clarify Four of Cups. So focusing on the good instead of the bad will bring in your financial and your material fulfillment, your all that you need financially, all your best health, and all your best well-being. And yeah, it's basically financial and material abundance. So focusing on the good that you already have, and letting go of those emotions that from the past that lingers and gives a dissatisfaction, gives some disappointment, gives some emotional turmoil. Letting go of that and focusing on the positive, focusing on the gratitude, focusing on what you're already blessed with, what you already have, and everything to be grateful for will bring in your Ten of Pentacles, your financial and material abundance. Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is about new ideas, new mentalities, it could be about new communication also, but it's about new and intellectual. So the Empress is about abundance, it's about fertility, it's about the Empress is also intuitive. It's the archetype of a mother figure. It's loving, it's kind, it's understandable, it's, I don't want to say sensitive, but it's empathic and understanding. Let me get some more on it. The Empress symbolizes the divine feminine, prolific creativity, fertility, motherhood, unity, the goddess, sensuality, nourishing, abundance, empathy, unconditional love, unif- uni- unification of mind, body, and spirit. So it's really the card that says divine feminine abundance and fertility and empathy and sensuality. It's a nourishing state of energy. It's a very, very, very good energy to get into. And then at the bottom of the deck we have Knight of Wands, and that is an energy of needing to stand one's ground, being confident, being self-secured, being motivated, being brave, being courageous, and also being very logical, being authentic. So let's get your oracle cards. But it's really it's a you've of course you have had challenges. We all have challenges. But it's gonna turn out good for you. You're gonna be shining at the other side of this situation. At the other side of this cycle or season, I would call it, because that's more accurate. So you have keep your heart open. Sometimes it can be hard to be loving when we feel so much unjust around us, and when we don't feel that our surroundings are loving. But our surroundings doesn't have to influence us. It's actually a choice, and just make sure that you open your heart to the right people. Make sure that you never take a decision, never take a hasty decision. Always contemplate and reflect upon it, and then wait for some time, because when you take a decision without giving it time, you're not really thinking it through. Focus on the positive. That is straight on, and honor your feelings. So sometimes we end up suppressing our own feelings, especially after a situation of relationship. Sometimes we go some time before that we realize that we have been suppressing our own emotions, and letting those emotions flow and not escaping them. I can definitely, I would say that if you use the right kind of music, it can be very, very healing. But definitely remember to honor your own emotions, and as a last one, speak your world into existence. So fact is that everything that we think is creating our beliefs, and everything that we believe is creating our actions and everything that we do is creating how we feel about ourselves. So if we say the right, use the right words and know how to say them, then we are speaking our world into existence, and that is your last advice. So thank you so much for tuning in. If it resonates, leave a like or a sub if you want to. I wish you blessings, peace and prosperity. Be well, love and light.